can't even move.
Oh, I always had this dream of...
Can't you take some information for your own? Unfortunately, your own information?
Sorry. Appreciate the offer, though.
Well, don't you want this stuff for your own information?
Well, I can't while I'm working.
He gets around. I mean, he's sore. He's not doing anything. Yeah, just keep it moving so there's no blocking.
Yeah, they're already... Hey, morning, Johnny Little Wolf. If you can share this out, brother, that would be amazing. We were just outside the Ogden Club. I'm going to show you the Ogden Club, actually, Johnny, because you could do some research on this for us, brother, actually. So, Johnny, if you're watching this, this would be interesting for you to find some information on this. So, you guys, I'm just going to show you where this is. This is up, for those coming in now, this is the Ogden Club. Yep, they're perfectly respectful, and this is where Aquila is, and Aquila is the mining company that paying rent to the Ogden Club, and Ogden Club's one of the main investors. Johnny, if you can find some information on this, push this out through your people. This is where this is. Yeah, please do. I'm going to catch the rest of the march. I don't want to mess around with these people, but I appreciate you doing that, Johnny. And there is a list of investors in this as well. Look up stopback40.org. Let's see if one of these
No, not really. I'll stop in when you're all set up.
Saturday, next Saturday.
Oh, awesome! Wow.
Saturday. Better get whipping.
I know.
Would you be willing to talk a little bit about, just from a business standpoint, how you feel about this issue? This is just going out to my personal Facebook and trying to educate some people just on everyone who's involved and everyone who has a stake in this. Obviously everyone does because it's water, but yourself being here, is that something that you'd be happy to say a few words and just talk?
I don't really want to say a few words, but I'm for you guys because I live on the water and I don't want it, you know, it's already polluted enough.
And what's the shop that's coming in next door?
I don't know what her name's going to be.
Do you think she would be willing to say anything?
She might.
Alright, well good luck, thank you so much.
Good luck.
Hey, I was wondering as a business owner whether you would be happy to say a few words from a business standpoint of the potential effects of this sulfide mine, because you're just bringing in a new business here. Would you be happy to do that? This is just going out to Facebook. I follow different environmental stories, usually linked to the indigenous nations.
As a business owner, I can't. You're either way. You have to. As a personal person, I think if you want my honest opinion, it's if it's done correctly, it's a safe mining. You just have to make sure they have all of their P's and Q's in order, and that has to be proven that everything's in order that they need. And
why did you? This is interesting. Why do you feel it's a safe mine?
Because I don't think it is. I don't think the people that regulate it would let something go like that if it wasn't a safe mining. I know if there's an accident, it's horrible. It's the worst mining there is. But if it's done correctly, then.
Are you aware right now that from the old Flambeau mine, that's now leaching into?
Oh yeah, I know about that. But how was it done? That I don't know. I don't know how.
Because when they finish these mines, what they do is they put back in the rock. They treat it with limestone, but the thing is, once the limestone's buried, it reacts with some of the rock. But then gradually, as the water comes in, it forms more and more sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is battery acid.
And I get that, but
so
I
that's
can't
what
really
leaches
have
into
an
the
opinion
groundwater
because I don't have enough information.
Cool.
If I had information one side or the other, then I could have an opinion. But
if you look at stopback40.org or Save Menominee River, there's a lot of information out there to educate, because the thing is, there's a lot of good PR because the mining companies have the ability to put out good PR and let people believe that these things are safe. And there's a lot of things that, I mean, we saw presentations last night from scientists who were talking about when they finished the Flambeau mine, there was a PR thing that said the rock here that's protecting the river is more solid than the Hoover Dam, and there's a plaque to that. but there's also a document by the same mining company that says that rock's fractured, and that's what the things are leaking through right now. So on one side they tell the public something, but on the other side, if you dig deep enough in the court records, there's a totally different story. It's a big PR. So
there's all kinds of sides to the story. Like I said, I'm not educated enough to.
Absolutely, and I think that's one of the main problems, is that not many people have the ability to easily access and find these things out.
Yep.
And then they don't have the ability, because obviously if you knew something was going to pollute your only water source, and was going to mean your children couldn't swim in a river, that you couldn't drink safe water,
I'd be against it 100%.
Right. So no, I appreciate it. Well, thank you for
Nice
sharing your
meeting you.
opinion. Good luck with your new business. What are you going to be doing?
Coffee, teas, and spices.
Awesome.
So,
yeah, it's a tourist town, so you're really dependent on that trade and on that river. Thank you very much,
Have a nice
madam.
day.
You too.
All right, so that was really, really interesting, because that shows you something. That shows you something really, really, really important. And I'm so glad that we had that little interview. And in fact, I might even end this live stream so that I can just put this up separately as a very small video, or maybe I'll edit it afterwards. But you see, that was a local business owner, someone that lives here. And they believe, because of the PR that's put out by the mining companies, they believe that that is something that will be safe, because that's what the mining company tells you. And Johnny, can you hear the sound okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the sound okay, Johnny. So there was an agreement that no one wants the water polluted. There's that misconception that this isn't going to pollute the water. So, you see, with regards to the water, if people are able to break through the PR of these mine companies and show that that is not the case, that these mines are not safe, that these mines are going to pollute the river, that these are leaching toxic chemicals, cancerous chemicals, poisonous chemicals, then people are going to be against it. But you see, everyone that's watching now, you have a job. You have a job right now, because you are the people who are awake. You are the people who hear this. You are seeing this right now and finding out the story. So you need to help reach out to the local business owners down here, the local churches down here, and make sure that they have the information. Make sure they have this information. Because if they don't have the information, they can't make an informed decision. And that's what these big companies want. That's what these investors want. They want to do a nice, fast PR campaign. Tell people this is safe mining. Tell people this is going to bring in all these amazing jobs. And not tell the full story. Johnny, as you were asking, this is 10th Avenue. So, the thing with that is, and I appreciate you all being here, but we are the news in this. We are telling the real truth. This is how the message gets out. This is how these businesses down here learn about it. Because if they think their pocketbook's threatened, if they think their water's threatened, Stevenson's Island, I believe, Johnny, it could be Marinette. Brother, I drove here 20 minutes late for it to start perfectly when I got here. I've been driving all over the place. I honestly don't 100% know exactly exactly where I am, if I'm in Michigan or Wisconsin, because it's right on the border. But it's on the Menominee River. And Johnny, I don't know if you're aware of a creation story of the Menominee Nation, but I heard it last night, and a bear stepped out of this sacred Menominee River, and that was how their nation was brought about, and that's their creation story. So this nation here that's going to be most affected, they're in fact one of the few nations And it could be the only nation, the only sovereign nation who doesn't have a migration story. This has always been the land that they've protected. And they've protected it against the French, they've protected it against the English, and now they're protecting it against the Canadian mining company. And they're doing that for everyone, not just themselves. So, it's incredible how much you can learn. And I see people mentioning Flint, Michigan. I know about Flint, Michigan. I've been to Flint, Michigan, trying to talk about the real story, trying to show the facts and inform in a manner that isn't confrontational, inform in a manner that helps people understand. And we will be going back out to Flint, Michigan. I will be going to Kalamazoo in Marshall, Michigan, where people are still suffering from multiple forms of cancer, where animals are still dying from the pollution that was put into their Kalamazoo River by Enbridge, another Canadian company. So, you know, we'll be continuing that and really concentrating on this Great Lakes area, concentrating on Michigan, looking at all the threats that are happening. And Enbridge Pipeline 5 is another one. You see, this is the same water. This is the water that will be polluted by the Aquila mine. Is the same water that's going to be destroyed by Enbridge. So this is all one fight. This is all one action. This is all one people protecting the same sacred water source that 95% of your fresh surface water comes from. So everyone that's watching this, 95% of that fresh surface water that you drink comes from here. So I'll drop out this for a minute and we'll join with some speeches back there, but I think you guys have got the point, and it was super interesting to see, super interesting to see the business owner's standpoint, and that shows how much work there is to be done, and it shows like how everyone who's a keyboard warrior at home can help with this by pushing that message out and educating. Find out what businesses are on 7th Avenue here and reach out to them and let them have the information they need. Johnny, honestly, brother, I haven't had a chance to watch half of your stories. If I get to look at my notifications on Facebook these days, I'm doing well. So often I'm following something that I don't have a chance to look at all the other great work that people are doing, and I'm so grateful that you're here right now, Johnny, with us. Someone just asked about you today. I don't even know who it was, but they asked if I knew you, and I said I sure did. So thank you, and thanks for being here and sharing this, and help maybe push this out through, you know, digital smoke signals. They're not here. Activate now. Push it out through there. Push it out through Environmental Indigenous Network, Honor the Earth, all these great organizations. We all need to work as one network, and we need to have a way to share everything out. Everything that everyone's doing, because it's all important. And if everyone was able to go to one place and have everything there, and have the facts, and not have the hype, and not have the controversy for the sake of controversy, not having the instigators, not having the people that aren't doing this in a peaceful and prayerful manner, not chasing after the next storm, but looking at the little things that make such a huge difference. If everyone was to attend the small public hearings and put them out on Facebook so that, you know, the rest of people are able to make comments and understand how it works, and people can replicate this system across the state, across America. So watch this space, guys, because Spark the Change is coming. Spark the Change is going to help you have the resources and the place to go to find this information. And we're going to need you guys right out there to help make this happen. Because this is going to be a movement that's going to start from, you know, that night at Standing Rock that everyone watched, that so many people I meet have seen that footage. But you know, now there's no tear gas, now there's no weapons, now there's no water cannons. All of a sudden, it's not quite so interesting for everyone, which is ridiculous. And you know why it's ridiculous? I'll tell you why it's ridiculous. Because if we don't do something about these things before they get to the stage of Standing Rock, then we'll have more and more tear gas, more and more weapons, and there will be people killed for standing up for what they believe in. It will happen right here on US soil. But if people send things like this viral, this background information, if you send this and go viral on this and get your understanding before it gets to the stage of the mine being here, before it gets to the stage of occupied confrontations, before it gets to that stage, then we'll be able to make a difference at a grassroots level. But, and I'm going to pause, but people want drama, people want excitement, and 200 people walking peacefully with some signs and talking isn't excitement. This doesn't get ratings. People don't like this because it's not exciting. There's no flashing lights, there's no screaming and shouting. The news don't come here because, you know, this is not like the best, this isn't the best thing for them. Their viewers want to see gore, their viewers want to see excitement, their viewers want to see things that are going to get the heart rate racing. You know, everyone likes some controversy. Everyone likes to see things that are going bad. Everyone likes to see some sirens and some people, you know, pushing and shouting and screaming. But it doesn't need to be that way. That's the thing. You see, I'm not going to give myself a coronet. I'm full of energy right now. I'm motivated, I'm inspired, and I'm going to talk this because so few people talk this. And it drives me nuts. I see 20 million views of a cat, and I see 200 views of something that could affect the next generations for years, but people want to see a happy cat that's catching, I don't know, that's dancing with a turtle. You know, yeah, we need hilarity, yeah, we need these things in life, but you know what else we need? We need to give a shit. We need to get involved, and we need to understand how to get involved, and we need to get away from needing to find excitement in violence, needing to get our entertainment through watching people shooting each other on TV, because then we train people that in order to follow something, in order for it to be interesting, then there has to be action, there has to be something that's under threat. You see, right now it's only something that's under threat for the future. This is a future threat that can be stopped, but it needs all of you out there right now. Johnny Littlewolf, thank you so much for joining. Please shoot me your research on the Ogden Club and Aquila Resources, and let's push that out there. Let's push some websites out there and some Facebook pages people can go to and share this. You know, because at this stage you have a chance to fight it before the violence, before the craziness. And this is when we can fight it, but it's not as exciting. You see, there's only a few, you know, we've got 29 people watching this because there's no sirens, there's no craziness. And people like excitement, don't they?
They do.
So how do we get more people to watch stuff like this? Because to me, this is what it's all about. So what do you think? Because I've been ranting at these people since I walked from town.
Well, share. Share it to your friends, share it to your neighbors. Everybody tag like 10 people in this and share it. Because the Great Lakes, when they're going and looking for planets in outer space, what's the number one thing that they look for? Water, right? So we have 20% of the world's water here, and one of the biggest lakes of that water is about to be destroyed by a mining company that's so short-sighted. I mean, the amount of money that they want to make from this mine is less than they make across the bay in tourism in 1 year, you know? So it just doesn't even make any sense.
So why do you think that it takes what happened at Standing Rock for suddenly so many people to stand up and be interested and to get so many millions of views on social media across the world, yet when there's an issue like this, before it's even happened, it's even more crucial at this point to have that same viral content, and it doesn't happen. People seem to want to have this, I don't even know what the word is for it. It has to be extreme. It has to be something out of the ordinary.
Well, we need to break that, you know? It doesn't have to be, there doesn't have to always be somebody bleeding or somebody getting beaten or pepper sprayed, or, you know? We need to come together from our hearts with our love, you know? For life, for the future, for the foresightedness for what's going to come, what's in 20 years, what are we going to drink, what are we going to do? Do you want to have to recycle your own urine to live? Really? I mean, like, we have now, that's all we have. We have ourselves, we have our voices, we have our time, and we need to educate each other, share information, share what's going on. And you know, I'm hoping that our local law enforcement is going to stand with us. We just encountered them over there. I don't think those guys want to hit me on the head with a stick, I hope. You know, and so whenever I talk to them, I talk to them with respect, and I talk to you that way too, because I love you, and I love this water, I love this river and this town, and every single person who's walking with us, and every one of you that's watching right now. Thank you. Share this. Help us. You know, we can do this. We really can. I believe it. I've seen it.
See, guys, that's what it's about right there, sharing from the heart and talking from the heart. I'm going to end this now and say thanks to everyone who's viewing, and if there's more speeches, they'll come back in a little bit. Thanks for being here. Keep sharing this out, and much love to everyone. Take care, Johnny Little Wolf. So much respect for you, brother.